Hi, I'm Shandel Beers, and I'm going to do another 5-minute review. This time we are looking at Castrata, A Conversation, poems by Laura Orem. And the reason that I wanted to concentrate on this one today is that I went to a panel at AWP that was comprised of Laura Orem, Constance Ford, Alice Anderson, Allison Joseph, and Joni Reese, and it was a panel on women of a certain age, and it covered sort of what it's like to be a female writer of a certain age, what your career trajectory might look like after you've reached a certain age. And what was interesting to me was Laura Orem said that there was a male poet she respects very much, but he had said, who is your audience going to be? Who is going to buy a book called Castrata? And I thought that was interesting because this is an absolutely gorgeous collection. I actually wrote the cover blurb for it. I believe in this book so much. So what Laura Orem does is she looks at her own cancer journey through ovarian cancer and compares it to the castrati of 18th century Europe, and specifically Farinelli, who was one of the most famous castrati. And like I said, this is a heroic crown of sonnets. The way a crown of sonnets works is the last line of one sonnet becomes the first line of the next sonnet, and in a heroic crown there is a 15th sonnet which is made up of the last lines of all of the previous sonnets, which is just amazing. If you write form poetry, you can just imagine how extremely hard that is to do successfully, and I think that Laura has done that beautifully. So after hearing that a male poet had asked who would buy this book, I'm hoping that I can convince all of you to go to finishinglinepress.com or amazon.com and buy Castrata by Laura Orem. Because it is a heroic crown of sonnets, I'm just going to read the first 3 poems for you so you can see how they all fit together and how seamlessly and beautiful Laura Orem makes this work. 1. My body turned upon itself and burst, but with their flashing knives the doctors staved the rushing flood. Left behind a grave wound, but see, I lived to tell the tale firsthand. Gratitude is stamped across my head. I'm grateful as a pruned tree, an engine with new plugs, rover with a juicy bone. After all, I didn't end up dead. Now, take a deep breath, smile, and don't rehash the bloody scenes. 1 and 2 and 3 and through, just like that, and all was swell. The fix was in, or would be with a dash of chemistry. The woman who used to be me burnt away to ash and smoke, who could tell? 2. Farinelli is operated upon. They burned away with ash and smoke to tell them when the fix was in. My crystal voice secured their fortune too. Don't cry. A choice made above my head, it's true, but I will thank them one day when I sing for the king. Manhood's a small price to pay for your song, an angelic marvel of breath and tone. Little one, you'll be rich as anything your shabby family can dare to dream. Don't cry, the fix is in. What they would give for art, I've already given. I fill my heart with that, although it may still seem the blood and pain were worth nothing. Well, grief can be its own kind of art, if you will. 3. Farinelli speaks of grief. Grief is its own kind of art, if you will, but what it conjures in us is unseen, like cancer dark inside a body, screened against the prurient eye. Don't kill the reader when he can't see the poem, or hear the song, or quite yet understand what it is he's entitled to demand of what we've hidden here. Leave him alone. we're liars. We pretend we're whole, complete as jigsaw puzzles in their boxes, no missing parts explained. We have rehearsed our competence to a T. We will meet the world with painted scrims as faces, though we can't pretend away our raging thirst. So that was just the first 3 poems of Castrata, A Conversation by Laura Orem. Please go out and buy this collection. Prove the male poets wrong, that there isn't an audience for this type of poetry. Have a great National Poetry Month, and have a terrific day.